Good musical morning, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful Thursday and another Behind the Bench, where we take you behind, above, and beyond the repair bench here at Heid Music. I'm Adam, and I'll be your host today. Yeah, I guess so. I'm always the host. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Neil, good morning. Molly's mom, good morning, Aaron. Don, Adrock. Okay, I like that. It's a good nickname. Keith, good morning. Cameron, my brother, what's up? Good morning. Michael, is that Reese, right? PBC? Reese, good morning. Marty, good morning. How's everyone doing today? We doing all right? We doing okay? Man, I gotta get more sleep. I got like bags under my... I feel like I say that every time. I look at myself and I'm like, age is catching up to you. Reese, what's up? Seth, good morning. All right, what are we drinking today? I've got standard, I actually just have regular standard coffee today. You know, I had that special coffee last week. That worked really well for me. I don't know how or why, but it was very good. But I just got back to basics. Maybe I should try like, you know, one of my favorite coffees is hazelnut. Usually get it from Karuba Hazelnut, really like that. Golden Citrus Green Tea. Anil coming in with those beautiful, beautiful suggestions for tea. French press, Cameron, sipping it, Cameron. Get it? I used to, Dunkin', yes. Well, I used to get the hazelnut coffee from Quick Trip, Karuba, which, you know, hashtag not sponsored, not yet. Come on, Quick Trip, let's go. But I used to really like that hazelnut. That was really good. But the best coffee I think I ever had, I used to teach at a private studio outside of my city. But I had this one student who brought me a gift one time, and it was like macadamia nut coffee. I think they went to Hawaii and they found it, and they got me a small bag. It was phenomenal. I loved it. It was probably the best coffee I ever had. Downed it way too fast. Probably didn't even really experience it as much as I probably should have, but it was delicious. So Chris must drink all the coffee. Marty and I had a meeting yesterday. It was beautiful. But Marty kind of opened my eyes to what I probably should be doing, because also Molly's mom, Erin, she's in the chat, hello, gave me a suggestion that I should maybe cut down on caffeine. I said I wanted a second opinion, but after thinking about it, it's probably right. But Marty, our wonderful brass tech here at Heid Music, if you want to go, especially if you have some Proline stuff you want done, Marty's the guy. Go visit him at our Appleton location. But he's got it down to a science. He's got his cup he brings in, and he's got a smaller coffee pot. Like, was it like a 4-cup, I think, Marty, right? A small one, as opposed to, you know, the normal 12-cup pot that I usually go through every day. And yeah, maybe I should. I'm thinking about maybe getting a smaller one. Just making my coffee here. Forced 5-cup. Ooh, wow. There we go. But force myself to reduce the amount of coffee I drink. Or I could just be happy. You know, those are the two choices. But, you know, who is these days? Whoa. Anyways. I could drink decaf. Yeah, I could. Yeah. Do like a half and half or something like that, ease off of it. Yeah, you know, you're probably right, because I think it's the ritual of making the coffee and drinking it and having something warm in the morning. That's more what it is than anything. But not today, because I was up way too late reading a good book last night till like 1 in the morning, couldn't stop. And I need the coffee today, so. Anyways, enough about me. Let's talk repair. What are we doing today? So today we got, guess what? More woodwinds. Haha, surprise. But we got 2 customer instruments we're working on. We got a saxophone and a flute. So we'll see how far we get on either. I think we'll start with the saxophone just because it's there, and I have my sax stand here. So we'll start there and just see how far we get. Maybe we'll get done with it, and then we'll move on to the flute. Maybe not. Flute's right. Oh, wait, can I do this? Right? Nope, you can do it. There we go. Flute is right there. Wow, that was challenging, Adam. Whoo! Did you see that? You'll see the delay. Yeah, that was bad. One day I'll be good at this whole thing called life. Good morning, Nolan. How's your horn doing? All right, so I don't know what this is. This is just nothing. So let's get started. Boom, we'll hop over here. We'll get this set up and ready to rock. Might need to change our camera angle, but that's okay. We can do that together, right? Molly does do some great work, doesn't she? Dings in the chat for Molly for doing great work. She's really figuring it out. She's trying to. That's what she said, not me. Hold on, don't yell at me. So, all right, apologies. We're gonna be moving the camera a little bit. Oop, sorry. Just because we need to readjust, because I was silly and I didn't readjust it for Snacksaphone. There we go. All right, hey buddy. Boy, all my cameras are just being fun today, huh? Ding, 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 dings in the chat from Molly. All right, so we have ourselves an accent alto sax here. So we're gonna take a look at it. I don't remember, I did an estimate on it. We got a couple pads to replace, some bent keys. Oh, I forgot to check the body. So we're gonna check the body here real quick. Maybe we can get this on camera. That would be kind of fun. Let's see if we can. All right, so we're gonna take our lightsaber. We're gonna put it down the bell of the instrument, just like that. Wow, that looks pretty cool, huh? But we're not gonna look down there. We're gonna look, I'm looking actually at the camera to see if this works. Wow, it kind of does. Wow, so you can see down the inside of the saxophone there, right? We're looking right into here. And it's kind of difficult to see on the camera, but when I look down, what I'm looking for is there a curvature to the body? I mean, is the body bent? It should be straight. I mean, it's conical, but you'll see how I look as I look at the inside of the tone holes, and if they curve, like if some disappear and some don't, as I kind of tilt it back and forth, that tells me that the body is bent. I don't know if we can see that. Okay, come on, Adam. See, as I kind of tilt it, we're looking up here. It's kind of where I start to focus. It's the first thing I see. And as you kind of move it back and forth, you'll be able to tell if it's bent. This one looks pretty straight to me. Yeah, that looks pretty good. But if it were bent, you would see like a banana shape, the tone holes would kind of disappear or something like that. Just looking down. So that's sighting the body. And then I just look at the bell keys quick. So if they were, here, let's try this. If they were hitting super hard in the back, meaning the front was super open, that would tell me, or if it was hitting super hard in the front and the back was really open, that would tell me that the bell was kind of out of alignment. And we would do something exciting, very exciting, to fix that. But unfortunately, chat, I'm so sorry, but it looks like the bell is straight as well. So we can't see that fun little technique that scares everyone and how I straighten the bell. But we're good to go. Did I ever show you this? It's my pen holder. Look at this. Isn't that cool? It's just like I don't even know where I got it from. Should we get a close-up? Oh, just a little pen holder. And then I have my little pokey that I keep. I didn't even realize he had little X's on his eyes. I didn't realize that. That's funny. All right, anyways. All right. Putting our Snacksaphone back in. Molly, you still need to make the Snacksaphone case. Maybe she'll talk about the Snacksaphone case and her big dreams when it's the Molly Minute. Sorry, Matt. All right. So, Snacksaphone. Yep. Molly, you got to talk about Snacksaphone when it's your turn. But not until then. Just kidding, Molly. I like to have a good time. I gotta have fun. I gotta meet this. So, again, so this isn't a tear down and clean. This isn't like a full disassemble, wash the bodies. This is actually kind of different than what we've been used to, because usually the last I don't know, 3, maybe 4 saxophones that I've done. It's been a complete take everything apart, clean it, and put it back together. That's not the case here. That's not what the customer's paying for. There's just some issues that we're going to be correcting, and we don't take it completely apart to do that. When I love this sax stand, by the way. Look at that. I have all this. Woo, look at that. Free hand space. When I work on a saxophone, I think I do it backwards than everyone else as far as where I start. I actually like to start on the bell section and work my way up. And I know a lot of people work top down. I don't think it matters. I think we all get to the same point, and that point is a beautifully working horn. Gosh darn it. Because here at Heid Music, we do a good job. Wow. Adam, come on, man. You gotta wake up, dude. Whew. We here at Heid, we do stuff. Yeah. Anyways. All right. So we're gonna do exactly what I just said. Keep her going and keep her good. All right. I gotta grab my little foamy section. This a little trick I learned from Sarah at the warehouse. Shout out to Sarah. She has I've always had trouble when I put the light in the bell, it falls out all the time. And I'm not smart, so I just, instead of trying to fix that problem, I just lived with it for 10, 11, 12, however many years it's been. And then Sarah, who's new to our team and doing awesome at the warehouse, she's got like a rubber, like a foam ball puts in there. And I'm like, well, oh my gosh, that's so genius. And so I just got a little piece of foam and I shove it in the bell. Doesn't hurt anything, but it keeps my leak light right where it is. You know what? Keep learning, folks. Keep learning. That's what I say. The second you hey, listen. Maybe I've said this before. Here's a little dad advice, unsolicited. I want you to live your life with confidence in what you do, but not arrogance. Because the second you think you're the best at something, I believe that's the moment you stop learning. You've closed yourself off from expanding your knowledge base and what you're doing. So just always be curious. Always keep moving forward and trying to learn new things, and you can learn something new from anyone and everyone. I learn new things from Molly all the time. She's only been doing this for a year and a half? Year and 5 months, and how many weeks and how many days? I'm joking, I thought maybe you would have that, but anyways, keep learning. All right, so we're gonna take care of some leaks down here. So we have, let's see, I can do this, right? I can still do this. Look at that. Got this all set up. So, dad advice with Adam. Yeah, I have, I don't know if you know this, I think I've said it, I'm the pep band director at the local university here, and they've dubbed me Dadum. Dad Adam, Dadum. I think mainly because there's another Adam in the band, and they kept getting us confused. Like, so they would say Adam, and I would, what? Because I don't go by Mr. LaGrave or Professor, whatever. Just Adam. But anyways, dad advice with Dadum. Professor, yeah. See, it's funny, right? Yeah. No one's gonna. Don't call me Professor. I am technically a professor, though. Anyways, so we got a couple things going on with the bells. Okay, section 1. Uh-oh, folks. What do we have here? We have a pretty big leak. Look at that. Folks, we have a big leak, and what do we say to leaks? Chat, what do we say to leaks? Molly, what do we say to leaks? I hope that came through. I hope the volume was right. But we have a new jingle. We have a bad leak go away jingle, courtesy of John, on our, oh my gosh, on a marketing team that it's. Oh. Oh, when I first heard, yes, the Bad Leak Choir. I still kind of tear up laughing about it. It's the funniest thing. It's the best thing ever. Thank you so much, John, and the marketing department for your support in this silly stream. So we have that going now. So we get to hear that multiple times, I'm sure. But we have a leak here. So Dr. Bad Leak in the house, but this is actually caused because we have kind of some bent keys down below, and the regulation is a little off. So, see when we take off the oh, you can't see it. When we back off the adjustment screw here, it's closing now. In fact, they're both closing pretty good, although there's a little leak in the back here, which we'll come back to. So we got some bent keys. It is a perfect little ditty about bad leaks and going away. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and straighten some of these keys. So probably have to replace some pads. Not probably, we will. This one here, let's zoom in on the right. Our key here is really bent. Bent way over. My guess is it kind of got bumped, got knocked this way. That zoom in isn't really helping, sorry. Kind of got bumped, got knocked this way. So all we got to do is, negotiation here. Let it know that it needs to go back to its home. Happy Gilmore style. Too good for your home? All right. So we're definitely going to be replacing that pad, but I keep it there so that I know where the key needs to be. I want it to be centered on the tone hole and whatnot. And then we can reset the key. I'm looking for things and stuff. I like to, when I have to straighten keys, I have this piece of leather that I'll put kind of opposite of where I want the key to move to. Just underneath. It doesn't really, just gives it a little bit of leverage there, so when I go to push down, it helps bring the key where I need to. I learned that from what is his name? I'm sorry. Wesley Music, I think. Anyways. And that's this right here. This is some genuine leather from Red Wing, Minnesota. Yep. All right. There. Now that the key's straight, we're going to go ahead and take the key off now that the alignment's good, and we will replace that pad. Let's see if we can, I wonder if we can sneak it out without having to take everything off. Usually not, but let's see if we can. See, the difference between what you've seen us do on the channel with the saxophones lately is, these bigger jobs where you're completely disassembling and a lot of everything needs to come off and whatnot. That's those are big jobs that those big jobs that are pretty intensive. But then we have things called playing condition services, where all we're doing is kind of eliminating the biggest issues. We're not completely disassembling. We're not doing all this kind of big crazy stuff. We're just, there's a leaky pad, so we're going to, this isn't working. What am I trying to do? There's one leaky pad, and we're going to replace that one pad, and we're going to try to do it as quickly and efficiently as possible so that it is cost effective for the customer and us, Because it doesn't need to be. It's nice if everything's disassembled and cleaned all the time. Like, of course, yeah, do that as much as you can, but it's not always feasible in this economy. So we offer these playing condition services because we wanted to get into playing condition. You know what I do need is a laugh track for when I think people should laugh and Molly doesn't laugh. Good morning, Lunar. Hello, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. It's good to see you. Just working on a saxophone. All right, so I thought I could sneak out that rod there, but I couldn't. So I got to take these keys off. Got to get those laugh tracks in. The thing is, the unfortunate thing is, probably, is I would overuse it because I think I'm hilarious sometimes, and I know that I'm not actually. So I'm sure that would get old very quickly. But hey, it's my stream, so what are you gonna do? So hey, take a look at we can see the different pad seats on it. See how those circles, indents in the pad, those are pad seats, so the pad kind of forms itself to the tone hole. And we can see there's more than one. There's maybe 3 on there. So this key has been moved several times, either bent and then straightened without the pad being replaced. When you have that, if the pad seat is knocked off of alignment, you should really just replace it because it's never going to really sit properly in there. So while this pad is not that dirty, right? You know, oftentimes we see pads that are just nasty. That's not the case here. It's a different issue. It's these pad seats, the bent key. We straighten the key, and now we're gonna put a new one in so that we have those pad seats nice and good. But we have other pads that we're going to replace too, so I want to do more than one at a time. So I know that the E flat down here, I'm going to replace this pad. Get the Friends laugh. Like the specific laugh track from Friends. A whole array of, like sitcom sounds, yeah. People going, ooh. Gasps. Just randomly a war sound for no good reason. Just that's pretty good. Lunar, do you think it'd be good if I got what about the clap track from Friends, but it's just the claps, and that's it? Sad trombone, yeah. Wah, 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 wah. You know, if we find another leak, I'm going to play that bad leak, go away jingle. I want you to listen at the end because there is a wonderful little trombone slide at the end that cracks me up every time. All right, so we mentioned here a couple different reasons we would change a pad, right? We talked about this. It was bent. It's got multiple pad seats. We want that to be replaced so it seats correctly. And then we have this beauty, this nasty little boy. Look at that. They get gross, they get dirty. Content warning, nasty pads. A lot of grime on there, huh? Look at all that grime. You know what I think we need to do? I think we need to call in our heroic team of Grime Stoppers. Grime Stoppers, Grime Stoppers. Coming in, kicking grime right in the face. There's another beautiful, wonderful theme song we have. We've got a bevy of them today, folks. Woo! Oh, man. Hilarious. All right, Grime Stoppers, we're going to stop that by replacing that. So we're going to get rid of grime and other stuff. All right. So thanks again to John and the marketing team for that. Another just home run, just batting 1,000. Is that the term? Yeah, 1,000's good, right? I don't know, but the production quality has really gone. Thank you, yeah. Lunar, you have missed the grime lore. Yeah, we got Dr. Badleak. We've got Bent Betty. Bent Betty? Oh, Bent Betty, bam balam. Oh, Bent Betty, bam balam. Bent Betty bent this key, bam balam, but she can't defeat me. Bam balam. Oh, Bent Betty. Bam. Anyways, wow. Come on, comment down at them. People watch this. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, Bent Betty. Now that's going to be stuck in my head again for the next week. All right, so I'm also doing this a little differently. than I probably would in previous streams. I'm going about this a little bit more like I would actually do the playing condition. Usually when I do this stuff on stream, I do it one at a time to explain what I'm doing, but here I'm trying to display a little bit more of kind of what the process is for a playing condition. So I'm taking off that pad, right? I know I'm replacing this, and then I know I'm replacing this pad. I'm gonna continue to work up because there's some other pads I'm gonna have to do. So I wanna kind of do all the pads at once and then kind of put everything back together. So now, one thing to note, I usually don't, actually that's not true, I do sometimes sing songs. No, I'm usually pretty quiet and focused. That's not my typical playing condition process, but here we are today. So, looking at the stack keys, pretty good, looking good. Let's check the back. All good, a little adjustment down there. Okay, uh-oh. Uh-oh, folks. Can we get in on this? Nope. There we go. Look at that. That's supposed to be closing better. I got a little bit of a leak there. Ah, yes. I see you're trying to play condition the saxophone. Looks like you need to contend with Dr. Bad Leak. Dr. Bad Leak. I gotta sit down for that. Why? Because, that might be my favorite. Oh gosh. Sorry, Neil. We upped it. We got songs now. So we got Dr. Bad Leak to contend with down here. But the Grime Stoppers will make that bad leak go away. Those are the only three. Don't worry, there's not gonna be like more today at least. I don't know, but it would be funny if we just had like 50 of them and just kept knocking them out. People would be like, what is happening? I thought this was a repair stream. Oh man, I don't know what this is. Fun, that's what it is. I know. I don't actually. John put a lot of time and effort into that, and I appreciate it. I'm not asking for more. I'm not being greedy. I just had the thought of like, wow, we knocked all of those out pretty quick. People probably like, whoa, what is happening? All right, so our palm keys for sure are going to be replaced because those friends are nasty. Okay. All right, let's take our palm keys off, and we'll get to getting here, huh, folks? I'm Dr. Bad Leak. Let's see here. This stream has become coffee for you. Good. Is it waking you up? I'm glad. I'm feeling more awake. I've never felt more alive. Now I have theme songs at my disposal. I think we definitely need a Bent Betty one though. Oh, Bent Betty, bam, blam. Oh, Bent Betty. Went ahead and bent that key, bam, blam, but she won't defeat me, bam, blam. Oh, Bent Betty. I gotta stop. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So let's take a look at this. We have three really good examples of pads that need to be replaced. So let's review. We had our Bent Betty, struck again with this key, bent the key, making those separate pad seats. So we got to replace that so that it seals. Then we got a pretty dirty pad, right? Want to replace that because it's kind of nasty and not sealing. And this is a good combo of kind of both we see. It's dirty, but also the leather tore, so it's just felt. So that's not sealing at all. So we got to replace that because of just how bad that tore. So torso. But bye, Lunar. Thanks for hanging out. So we're gonna replace these 5 pads, and then we'll get to getting on this, huh? Get to getting? What does that mean? Is that a real thing, or is that another? That's a real thing? Okay, I thought maybe I made something up again. Made up a nonsensical thing. All right, I'm gonna do this pad first. I'm gonna get rid of this leak. So Dr. Bad Leaks here, of course. We can see the, maybe you can't. Let's see, I'm having trouble with lining stuff. Oh yeah, there we go. See the leak. This one here will be a key adjustment, but we can see light coming through there. So we got a leak, everyone. Dr. Bad Leaks here, and what do we say to leaks? What do we say? If I get 5 people in the chat, I'll hit it again. It's my goal. 5 people need to say it, and I'll play the theme song. Bad leak, go away. Lindsay, hi. Oh. Badly, go away. And we will. God, I love that theme song. Oh, Lindsay, you haven't seen these yet. Welcome, Lindsay, to the upgraded stream. We have theme songs. So again, I'm kind of off camera. I kind of have to be here. So I've got my heat gun heating up the key cup. I got my pad slick. Adjust it a little bit to get rid of that. Also, I have these. Here's a cool tool. I got these Music Medic pad slicks, fellow techs. They're pretty neat. I don't use them as often as I probably should, but they are neat. And they're over engineered, of course, like everything from Music Medic, but it's cool. All right, that looks pretty good. And then we adjust that, we'll flex that key down when it cools, and that actually is pretty good already, so. All right, so why don't we, while we're waiting for that, oh yeah, of course. I noticed this before, I didn't say anything. So here's something that happens a lot. Let's see if I can get this. I'm not sure if I can. Yeah, maybe. So a lot of these mechanisms are held together by like one long rod. And as we can see right here, it's backed out a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. So we gotta make sure that's in and secure. But as you play, sometimes the rod will turn. If it's not perfect, it'll rub and turn the rod and it'll kind of back out, which will knock the alignment out of everything. So one thing to look for is just, if you see a lot of keys out of alignment especially, just make sure it's all in and good and etc. You heard the trombone at the end, Don. Thank you. Thank you for hearing it. I don't know what that noise was. Hopefully everyone's okay. I'm sure they are. All right, enough of this. Let's get these pads done. All right, so you've all seen how I do this, but once again, I'll talk through it. I just stab it. Ugh. Just stab it. And I put a little backwards pressure on it as I lean up, and then I heat the back of the key cup, and eventually the glue will give, and hopefully, seeing what kind of glue's in here, it will just pop out fairly clean. Look at that. That's good. Oh, the back of this is pretty nasty. We'll clean that up. Oh, don't worry. We'll clean that up, eh? Do that for all 5. 5? Yeah, 5. There we go. Oh, that's not. I thought that sometimes you'll see like some folks will put like a cardboard shim in. I suppose pulling from the flute idea of shimming pads. I don't do that. I actually don't know anyone that does, but I will sometimes run into like a cardboard shim in there. I thought that's what that was, but that's just the plating coming off. That happens. And these are so old they just pop out. Cool. That's all right. It's okay. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna get these pads set up and ready to go. And I think maybe now's a good time for everyone's favorite segment. You comfortable with that? All right, everyone, enjoy everyone's favorite segment. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring!
Hi guys. Today I'm working on a flute. Oh, is the trumpet in the way? That's right. Today I have a flute. I have a Alpha Emerson flute. And I'm doing some shimming, which is very fun for me because shimming is still something I kind of struggle with, but I'm really trying to get good at it. So right now I'm taking out the shims because I'm kind of starting over because I've been shimming this pad for a bit and I haven't been successful, so sometimes I will just take out all the shims and start over to see kind of if I missed something or if I'm looking at it wrong or whatnot, just to kind of start over, and maybe I'll get a different result or a different idea of what I need to do for shimming. So I'm just putting this back on here. Oh, down the screw. There we go. And there. Now put my leak light down it. And let's see. Yep, so it's really leaking in the back a lot. So I'm gonna need a good amount of shims back there, but it's also kind of leaking on the sides and maybe in the front. So maybe instead of putting shims in the back, I'll put a full shim in there and see what that does. Oh yeah, so the snaxophone was an idea that we came up with to take. I have an old saxophone case below me, below my bench, and the idea is to kind of tear it down and then paint it to say snaxophone, and we'll put like shop snacks in there, which will be nice. Can I have the shims?
Oh, yeah.
Adam stole the shims, and he's working on saxophone. So here we go. Now I have the shims. That's fine, I don't need that. So there we go. We're gonna try to put in full shim here to see how that does. How that does. Hopefully that will help, because this pad has been a little difficult for me to shim. Don't know why. Maybe it's just because I probably need more practice shimming. but that's all right, and I can do that. I do really want to get good at flutes. They are just a little frustrating sometimes, which is okay. It's all part of the learning process. Yes, we like having snacks here in the shop. So we're still getting that big leak in the back, which is okay. We'll just put some shims in the back now, but I think that full shim helped a little bit to kind of get the front more laid out. And yeah, this is kind of the process of like putting your shim in that you think you need, looking at it, seeing if it's good or not. If it's not, take it back off, take everything off, which is fine. It's the process, which just takes time. I'm gonna put a couple shims in here to hopefully get this to seal. And put it back on. And then see where we're at. The snaxophone's been a thing that I've had for a while. I just really need to bring it home, and there's like leather on the wooden case, so I'm planning on taking off the leather and then painting the wood to say snaxophone. So we can have snacks in the shop. Who doesn't like snack shops? Who doesn't like snacks? Always nice to have snacks. So yeah, that did help a lot. There's still a little in the back, but those shims did help a good amount there in the back. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. Just shimming this flute. It's very fun, very exciting. Lots of learning.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring! Dings in the chat for Molly, everyone. Dings in the chat. And extra dings in the chat for the snaxophone. Yeah, so kind of just to let you kind of know how some of the training process goes, you know, Molly's progressing well on flutes. I think she's doing awesome. Everyone, all the family in the chat to be very proud. But part of her learning process, I believe she's got a pretty good basic understanding of flutes and how the shimming works. And at this point, I really believe it's just beneficial to just kind of get in there, experiment, put a big shim in, see what happens. We can kind of only explain it so much, but I think the best teacher right now for Molly is experience and just trying it out. So we have a capacity to take a little extra time. So I'm encouraging her to just slow down a bit and just try. Like she said, she restarted with the pad. That's what we're looking for. See what happens when you put too many pads in, not enough, or not too many shims in, not enough, a half shim, a quarter shim, stuff like that. So she's experimenting and she's doing great. Good job, Molly. Lots of dings in the chat for Molly. Dings for learning. All right. All right, so I've got these 3 pads in. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. Get to getting. 2 more to do. And then we'll kind of start doing it backwards again. What? Fixing the saxophone. So I heat up my glue and kind of just paint it on. What's everyone got going for the weekend? Oh, too hot. I melted. Almost got my finger there. last weekend, I didn't have anything planned, and it was awesome. It was great. Did a lot. It wasn't, we didn't do nothing, but without any major plans, it was like, whew, what can we do? And it was much needed because, I've said it a bunch of times, I'm not bragging, but it's just a fact with doing the pep band, our women's team made it to the NCAA, which, we knew that. And I had to travel a lot with it. Pretty much March for me is like up in the air. I might be traveling a ton, and this one was. So it's nice to just come home, don't have anything, And this weekend, I can't even think what we have planned. Oh, I do know. Wait, no, is that next weekend? What day is it? I don't know, what's the date? 10th, yeah, so next weekend I got something cool coming. What did he say?
He said it's Thursday's Livestream.
Yeah. Our store manager, Michael, everyone, making a guest appearance on the side. Seth, what a question. Yeah. Seth's always coming in with good, thought-provoking questions to get the chat going. Have I ever seen Jurassic Park? Of course I have. Yeah. Favorite dinosaur? I always liked the Stegosaurus as a kid, just because it's got the big, cool. I always thought there were blades on the back, the plates sticking up. I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's, I guess, me as a kid. I guess. Seth, what's your favorite dinosaur? My son loves dinosaurs. So dinosaurs are cool. All right. So you know how I said I'm kind of weird and I'll work from the bottom up? And then when I get to the top of I take the keys off, see what I need to do, kind of fix a couple things as I go. Now I go bottom from the top down. I don't know. That's just what I do. I'm weird. Let me fly. Let me fly, chat. Don't get in my way. 'Cause I'm like a bird of flower. I don't know where the leak is. I don't know where the leak is. Oh no. Stop. The saxophone is pretty dirty though. We're gonna clean it up. All right. Like a peacock, I guess. Can peacocks fly? Is that a dumb question? It might be a dumb question. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't get the reference, Leo. I'm just doing a wipe down on here. It's not part of it, but I do like to try to clean up, the horn as best as I can, even if it's not part of the repair. It's just a personal thing. My parents always said, leave a place cleaner than you found it. And I figured, hey, apply that to instruments too. Even if it's not part of it, clean it up a bit. Doesn't take that much longer, and the instrument looks better afterwards. And the customer will be happy. So look at that extra mile we went. Look at that Bravo service we provided. It's one of our pillars here at Heid Music. Because I'm like a bird. Stop. Don't worry, we won't get a copyright infringement thing because it's so terrible of a singing. What does that mean? Oh my gosh. Adam. best practice for keeping their horn body clean. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things. You got swabs that you can use to, which you can buy from us, that'll clean bodies, flute, clarinet, saxophone, cleaning the mouthpiece and neck, little brushes that you use. That's all very good. And then just kind of what I'm doing here, you can just, for the outside too, is you can get just a polished cloth, anything that's soft and not abrasive, and just kind of wipe down the outside a little bit. Keep it clean. Or alternatively, you can bring it to us and we'll happily clean it thoroughly for you while doing a playing condition and getting rid of any major issues. Things like that. Yeah, look at that link there if you need cleaning accessories and whatnot. Swabs are great, cleans out the body. You can kind of see this one here is a little dirty on the inside, but we'll run something through, get that clean. All these things are essential, you know, you can get a horn and a couple reeds and be good, but there's a lot of other things you need to keep that horn alive for longer. And when you're ready to rent or buy, stop by. We'll help you out. All of our front-end sales associates, they're amazing. Some of them are in the chat sometimes. Shauna, we see in the chat sometimes. She's great. They'll help you get the right instrument you need, the right accessories, make sure you're set up and ready for a very successful musical journey. At any age, by the way, at any age. Beginner isn't young. Beginner is just beginner. Or maybe you're a returning musician. Maybe you used to play saxophone in high school and you're like, hey, I got some time now. I want to get back to it. Stop on by. We'll get you a rental. Just because it's beginner doesn't mean it's young, right? Anyone could be a beginner. In fact, just last year, I was a beginner at Taekwondo. And now I'm a blue belt with 2 sprained ankles. But hey, you know, you got to break some ankles to make some eggs, right? Is that how the saying goes? I'm losing it. How close are we to being done? Because I feel like I'm losing my mind. Make an omelet. That's the part I messed up. Make an omelet. You got to break some ankles to make some omelets. Beanzo boys. All right, so now we got a little cleaning done here. Molly, where's my screw? Oh, here it is. You're lucky. You know, put these keys back on, and here's especially up here on these. Oh my gosh, trill keys. Is that the word? Palm keys. Wow, sorry. They sometimes get bent and caught and stuff. So before I seat the pad, I'll readjust it, straighten it, make sure the height, the pad opening is good. Sometimes this little touch piece here will get caught on kind of anything. A lot of marching, I've said this before, a lot of marching uniforms have things on them that the instruments get caught on. So this is one that happens a lot, and it'll just kind of whoop, and then all of a sudden the key just opens like way too much. So we'll we will readjust that venting. What we're looking for, closer to what we need. And then on camera, Adam, how about that? You ever think about doing that, Adam? Being good? Did you ever thought about that, Adam? You ever thought about being good? All right, so I'm heating up the key cup. The pad is already glued in. Put this away, and we'll see where we're at. Usually, the palm keys kind of just float into place, but this one needs a little negotiation. I'm going to use this. I'm going to start using this more. I bought it. Why not use it, right? Why not? No, we got to do that. It's kind of tough. The angles I'm used to working on off camera and the angles needed to be on camera are quite different. It's a fun little challenge. Starting to do this with being both on camera and visible. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I got rid of that leak. So what I did there is the pad was shifted in the cup at an angle, and we needed to flatten it out a little bit so that it sealed on the opposite side. And we just heated it up. It's called floating a pad. There's glue under there. Heat up the glue enough that it's malleable, and you kind of move. Not kind of, you do. I gotta stop saying kinda. Every time I say kinda, throw a screwdriver at me. No, don't do that. So you move the pad and adjust it so that it seats. Should we have a kinda count? Kinda count. Chat, you gotta help me stop saying kinda all the time. I don't like it. All right. With that friend ready to go, let's move on. I feel like I'm in rare form today. I'm talking too much. Oh wait, it's a stream. It's supposed to. All right. You know what? I saw Seth's answer to the dinosaur question, but I didn't get the chance to read it. I got to scroll up. I got to read your comment, Seth. I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. On purpose. All right. I want to see what Seth said about dinosaurs. Oh, Seth, all right. Same as me. All right, next. This opening's good. Sealed. The venting. All right, same process. Heat the key cup until the glue starts to melt. When that happens, you can move the pad. It's nice. The drill keys tend to just kind of spring shut. Keys are sometimes easier, but it can be deceptive. You have to still check to see if it's opening evenly or if it's opening kind of that like sunrise, sunset kind of thing. So you've got to check that. But because they're sprung closed, it's like they tend to pad a little bit easier, I guess. Not always, but it can also fool you because it looks like it's seated properly, but it's still at a weird angle, and sometimes the pressure just from playing might maybe cause a little bit of a leak. And we don't want that. All right, moving down. Yep, we gotta adjust this a little bit more. All right, that's looking good. There we go. Nope, you went way too far at him. Come on, dude. What are you doing? Wake up. No, you need to wake up. Check that. Double, triple checking all the pads as we move our way back down the horn. This was all good. Just a slight adjustment. Here we go. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Oh, come on, friend. Sometimes the adjustment screws are. They like to fight you. Oh, crumbs. That's good. All right. Good. All right, now we're back down to the E flat. I already cleaned off that tone hole, but just to be safe, let's try it again. Get all that grime off. A lot of grime. Who do we call when there's grime? Grime, you say? I feel like we need like a rallying cry. Like Batman had the bat signal, right? I can't think of any other ones besides Batman's bat signal. Grime Stoppers. There we go. Ghostbusters, yeah. Who are you gonna call? If 5 people will say Crime Stoppers, I'll play the song. That's my bribe. You have to chat, you have to be active. I'll play the song. Close enough. All right, we got that E flat. Oh, look at all this grime. You gotta get that grime off of there. When you've got grime, who's got the time to stop it? Grime Stoppers. Close enough.
Crime Stoppers.
And other stuff. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, Lindsay, yeah, that's another jingle. Oh, this isn't grime. This is just scratched up key. Pretty damaged, scratched up key there. Wow. All right, before I put this on, there's still a little bit of little dirty in here yet, so we're gonna clean that all up. Get in there. Sometimes I wonder, like this kind of stuff where, I mean, even the key or the area of the saxophone is probably covered by the key, and the customer might not even know what's happening here, but I don't know. It's less about that and more about me, how I feel, how my pride in the repair. It's an integrity thing, I think, and I want to see the instrument clean, even if it's not part of it or the customer might not care, frankly, but I do. That's sometimes more important. It's worth the extra couple seconds, so. But there we go. Yeah, so a good question. So would this need to be replated? You could, the lacquer, but honestly, it would almost be cheaper to replace it. But when something gets that bad, typically the rest of the horn is equal to that, but that's not really the case here. There's some scratches, so it's a conversation with the customer, the client, see what they want to do. This is a key that is sort of hidden by a key guard, which is sort of, I'm kind of confused why it's this bad, but could just be rubbing again. Uniforms and whatnot. Oh wow, my camera just went wacky. Hey friend. Hi. There we go. It's okay. He just got scared. There we go. So yeah, there's some options. It's about how much you're willing to spend, how much it means to you, and that kind of thing. But there are replacement keys for a lot of saxophones. Not all. Sometimes there's some oldies out there that obsolete, can't get them anymore. But we have options for doing that too. All right, so the E flat. Molly, where is my spring? Oh, here it is. You're lucky. We got the E flat pad here. Pretty big leak in the back, but I've got my pearl protector. That, well, as it's called, protects the pearls when you're heating up an instrument, but I also use it to protect the key felt sometimes. Even though the air gun supposedly doesn't do any damage, I Still sometimes does. How old is old for saxophone world? Well, I've got an alto sax that's 100 years old in the shop. I think it's gonna go for a mechanical overhaul. I think they're gonna go for it. I gotta double check. You know who knows a lot about saxophones? Chris Feltz. Chris, you want to chime in on what? Oh, you're just repeating what? Yeah. You want to chime in on what's old and what's considered old on a saxophone? You have any insight on that, Chris? I think one of Chris's hobbies is researching and knowing about vintage saxophones and whatnot. He's also a saxophone player, and a dang good one to boot. Wow, I said that so Midwestern. To boot. Sure did. Yeah, I'm hoping that customer with the 100-year-old horn goes for the mechanical overhaul, which means it's a big job. You're completely disassembling, doing key fitting, kind of a lot of stuff goes into it. It's a big job. Fortunately, that won't be streamed because that'll take a while. We'll see if they want to do it. Good, that's good. All right, we're almost done with this. We're almost done with the stream. We'll have gotten this done at least. Oh yeah. Oh geez. Oh crumbs. Oh, crumbs in a handbasket. We're almost done. All right. All right, friend. So as we move our way back down the horn. This was that key that was struck by Bent Betty. Oh, Bent Betty, bam blam, oh, Bent Betty. I don't know. I'm sorry. But we straighten the key and we replace the pad. Now we're gonna get the spring hook here on this lever, and we're going to reseat it. Actually, it needs to be adjusted a little bit more. Oh, that angle is over 70 years old or older. Yeah, it's like the mechanisms they use too, Chris, right? Because modern day saxophones, I mean, they've come a long way as far as mechanisms and ease of play. So I mean, that's a big part of the conversation. But they're sought after. Some of those older horns they're just cool and they sound good. They don't make them like they used to. Just heating up this. Sorry, I could probably show it on camera. Here we go. Sorry. And almost. Well, it's still hot. A little bit of, oh, perfect. Oh, yeah. Oh, crumbs. Nope, actually, big leak in the back. Uh-oh. Can we see that? You see back here? Let's see if we can zoom in. Uh-oh. Look at that. Trying to seal this pad. Kind of difficult to see, huh? It'd be bad if Dr. Bad Leak struck. Oh, whoops, I don't have it on here. Hold on a second. Sorry, I messed up. Let's try that again. There. Whoops. I forgot to add that asset to that particular scene. My bad. It'll be smoother next time, I promise. Seamless. Hey, you know what? I'm allowed one mistake a year, and that was it, okay? One mistake a year. All right, let's read this. Oh, but what a song. What a song. Oh, Dr. Badley. Good. All right. We'll let that cool. It might need to be adjusted again. We'll see what happens when the glue kind of settles. But in the meantime, we can go ahead and put these keys back on because we are just about done with this repair, folks. How about that? How about that? This was a fun one. I'm glad we were able to utilize these songs and theme songs, all 3 today, which was wonderful. See you, Cameron. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you later, buddy. I think keep evolving how those theme songs work and chat interactions with it. We got big ideas. I just got to find time to do it. I have the time. I got to make the time to do it. That's what it is. All right, let's see. We're going to engage these, make sure these are still good. They were before. We're going to double check. See if Dr. Bad Leak struck again. Oh yeah, we got a little leak here, yeah. We gotta get this friend here. Okay, we got a little leak over here, folks. Over on the side. And just one last time. I need 5 people to say it. What do we say to leaks, everyone? 5 people in the chat. Let me know what you say to leaks. Got a leak there. We gotta get rid of it. We'll make sure it's not this thing keeping it open though. There we go. All right, we have a leak and we say, Molly, bad leak, go away. That's close enough. I want to hear it one more time. Bad leak, go away. My cat said. Molly said it and I said it. It counts as 5. All right, we'll heat this up, negotiate that leak out, and that'll be it for the stream. Well, no, this is like 15 minutes. What am I saying? Adam, trying to get out early? Come on. Can't clock out early today. Got stuff to do. Things to fix. People to save. Grime to stop. You know, sometimes I wonder with how open the shop is. I'm talking to chat, not you, Molly. You can't listen to this. This is just between me and chat. All right? Plug your ears. Thank you for plugging your ears. Sometimes I wonder, chat, like how annoyed Molly and Matt are with me during Thursdays from 8:30 to 10. So I'm just over here saying the wildest stuff and being really loud and obnoxious. Matt's over there trying to be productive. I'm yelling, bad leak, go away.
Yeah, I love talking.
Yeah, Molly likes to stream because I talk more. I usually don't talk this much. Well, I'm busy. I got stuff to do. What do you want me to do? All right. Again, we'll let that cool off a bit and we'll recheck it. But it looked pretty good. Our lever on. And actually, we have the neck cork to do too, so we can get that going. Maybe finish it. We'll see. We'll find out. Should we do next week? Thursday. Can we do polls in the chat? Is that a thing? I wonder. All right, let's make sure that lever, yeah, it's going good. Ah, beans, oh boys. Crumps in a handbasket, we're going good. I like it, I like it. We gotta get the neck cork though. So we'll do that next. My favorite thing to fix on a saxophone. I'm all tangled up, stop. Okay. We're gonna get this out of the way. We're gonna get the neck cork out and work on that next, huh? Okay. Bada bing. Crumps in a handbag. Is that what I said? Yeah, I don't know. What of it? I guess that's another thing I say. All right. Excuse me, Mr. Computer. Yeah, the tenant cork. So we have the tenant cork here to replace as well. I gotta clean off my bench a little bit. I gotta wipe it off, sorry. I'm sorry, I just clean surfaces, please. Look at that brush, that's a nice brush. All right, so you can see here, it's torn. Right, got a big chunk out of it. We gotta replace that. Can't have folks walking around with that. Gotta do it. So we will. So disassemble. Check the pad. Another pad that's sometimes, torn or messed up, the octave pad here. Always got to check that. That's one that I'll be honest, back in the day, back in my day, that's one that I've missed more than once in my earlier years, that octave pad. Don't know why. I just would forget to check it and it'd be torn and go to play it, doesn't play, try to figure out why. Way too long later you go, oh, silly goose. Oh, I should probably do this on camera. So I'm just scraping off the old tenant cork. It came off easier. Have I ever asked this? Chat. Did you play an instrument? Do you play an instrument? Did you used to play in high school or something, or what are your musical backgrounds? Got a lot of regulars in here. I'm not sure I ever asked that. What'd you used to play? Or did you not play anything and you just like hanging out? I'm totally cool with that too. Love that. I'm just curious if anyone's used to play and maybe we sparked a little interest in getting back into it, perhaps, maybe, just for fun. And you might be thinking like, well, I used to play whatever, trumpet in high school, and maybe I could get an awesome, amazing rental from Heid Music and have a killer instrument and start practicing, but where do I play? How do I perform? Well, there's lots of options out there. There's community groups and whatnot. Usually every kind of village or town has a community band, and I'm gonna bet they'll want you to play. They'll want you to play because they're always looking for members. And not only that, if you're here watching this, you're probably pretty awesome. So combine having an instrument, playing, joining a group, and being awesome. Come on. Huh? Molly just learned something about your family. What?
My dad's mom plays trumpet.
Wow. Grandma played trumpet. Molly learned something today. Wow. Chris Feld started on a saxophone rental from Heid Music 30 years ago. And look at him now. One of the best saxophone players in Northeast Wisconsin. Combine that with one of the best sax techs in Northeast Wisconsin. It all started with a Heid Music rental. Wow. And so can you. I started playing in 5th grade. Got a snare drum from I don't even know where. I can't recall. And I remember we had this front porch that was not insulated at any point, so whatever the temperature outside was is what it was inside. And they sent me out there, the old woodshed, and I would just play buzz rolls as fast and hard as I could. And I also remember scratching my name into the head of the drum, which is such a cringe, like, no, don't do that. But I wanted everyone to know it was my drum. Yeah, Molly played tuba, got clarinet, violin, voice lessons. Lindsay, I think you're a good singer, but I understand. Trumpet, piano. This is great. Look at all this. A legit question. Anyone that's not playing, like, what's stopping you from hopping back in? I myself, I stopped playing regularly when my son was born. I just couldn't keep up with it as much as we played. Played out a lot in a lot of groups, but ending up the stream here, so on with a little story time. Yeah, a little hangout sesh here at the end. Coffee talk. Yeah, I played drum set, percussion all through college and past. But my kids were born. I couldn't stay out till 2, 3 in the morning playing gigs, and I had to give it up. And I did pretty much like all of it. I just was done. Drums are a loud instrument, and I didn't have a really good place to play where it was quiet. But recently I've got a nice practice set up, and I've been starting to get back into it. So it's never too late to hop back in. Marty played piano. Another first clavinova purchased from Heid 30 years ago. Wow, both of them. And look at Marty. He's playing all over the place. He's killing it. And working at Heid Music. And well, look at that. Amazing. Well, everyone, this was a fun one. We didn't get too wacky, I think. Only a couple new sayings, and we got to debut our awesome new theme song. Yeah, Chris Martin went, whoa, 30 years ago, oh no. All right. So, yeah, there we go. Electric kits. They're really good. I wonder if we have one of those Roland TD Series kits for sale at HeidMusic.com. I don't know. We could maybe, if anyone's looking for a wonderful kit for practice. But anyways, thank you so much for hanging out. It was a fun one. We'll see you next week, Thursday. I don't know what we're gonna fix. We got to see what's on the docket. Could maybe get back into some brass, but typically there's just a lot of woodwinds to do. So, but check it out. Hey, look at that wonderful link there to the kit. If anyone wants, you can buy it on HeidMusic.com. Lots of things, anything you need. You can even start your rental there, I believe. So, but anyways, I digress. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you next week on another Behind the Bench. I'm Adam. Oh yeah, we need another microphone and a way to do that. Anyways, as I always say, keep her going and keep her good.
Let us help you find your melody at